Hello everyone, this is Rishi. I always wanted to launch a course on Junit, so I'm really excited to start. And before we start, let me tell something about myself. So I have total 15 years of total IT experience, totally in design, development, architecture, in agile and DevOps model. 6 plus around teaching experience and 1500 plus students across the globe. I'm also certified in Java, J2E, JEE, I'll say, and experience in Struts, Spring, microservices, ESB, Camel, MuleSoft, testing frameworks like Selenium, Cucumber, JUnits. So talking about this course, I can definitely say that it's a best designed course in the market. As I'm teaching what you do in an industry. Okay, so and it's a huge syllabus. Okay, so just take a breath and go slowly, try to understand. Okay, all the entire course is actually designed to the latest software versions available today. Okay, so that in turn makes it 100% job oriented. Cool. So are you excited? Okay, so let's start. What is unit testing, or rather I'll say what is testing. So testing is a process of checking a functionality of an application to ensure that it runs as per the requirement. And unit testing is a testing of a single unit. So it can be a class, a method, or a single functionality within the method. Okay. So whatever you can categorize as an individual piece of functionality is basically a unit. Got it? So I observed a few unique things about this unit test or JUnit in the industry. In agile development methodology, test engineers are involved in the project since discovery phase, discovery or design or requirement, whatever you call it. And engineers do write test cases prior to code. This means the unit test cases are written before actual development. Understand? So this particular phenomenon or this particular pattern, okay, is also called as test-driven development or TDD. With that being said, I can definitely call JUnit as a TDD framework. So let me explain with a small example. So now let's take a user story. Okay. So if an electronic item is in your cart, okay, then you should offer a battery. Okay, that pop-up should come to store manager or the person who is standing on the billing desk. Okay, so now with this requirement in place, test engineer can see minimum two test cases here. Okay, you can actually visualize 4 or 5, but two are minimum. I'll say one is positive. If electronic toy, then you should offer a battery. And negative will be if there is no electronic toy, then don't offer a battery. So we can definitely write them in advance, isn't it? Remember, we have to add further test cases post development as well. It can be like how many batteries or how many toys, number of batteries multiplied by toys, okay, whether it should be 6 volt, 12 volt, 3 volts, and so on. Okay, exceptions and boundary conditions, no doubt on that. But our focus will be on this single user case, okay, under given story. Good with it. So this is exactly can be achieved with the help of JUnit. So why JUnit? So obviously the question comes in our mind that why can't this be done manually? Of course it can be done manually, right? You can execute a test case manually without any tool or programming, but it's really time consuming, isn't it? And tedious process. And also you will need a huge human efforts. Plus, humans are prone to make mistakes, so it's less reliable. With JUnit though, once you program it, once the unit test cases are coded, you can execute test cases as many times you want. Rather, it's recommended. Uh, you should actually execute all the JUnit test cases whenever there is a new change in the code, right? With the human efforts, that will not be possible. We will learn how to do that though. Okay, so there is a way to achieve that. This approach is like test a little, code a little, again test a little, code a little, test a little, and go and goes on, right? It increases the productivity of a programmer and stability of the code, which in turn reduces stress on the programmer and the time spent on the debugging. Because if you're writing entire application and then start testing that, definitely the debugging time, bug fixing time increases, isn't it? So why JUnit? Coming back to the point, why JUnit? there are some good important features in JUnit. Okay, JUnit is an open source. It's annotation based. Okay, it's assert based basically, so you can test actual versus expected result. Okay, it's really simple to understand. The learning curve is really smooth. You can grasp it quickly. Okay, and you can create suits. So what is suit? What I'm talking about? If this is French to you, don't worry about it. I'm here to help you. Good with it. So JUnit is Java's unit testing framework. Okay, it's very simple, easy to understand. So let's start. Let's begin to grab it. So what exactly we are going to cover in this particular course? So first, this particular course is actually created with with something in my mind is we are starting from absolute zero. So I'm not assuming you know anything. Okay, so this course we are starting is with absolute basics of JUnit with the environment setup. We will install Eclipse and Maven on your machine. Okay, we will try to execute JUnit with JUnit core. Okay, there are two ways to execute it. One with the help of your IDE. Okay, and then another will be a JUnit core. So we're gonna do that. Okay, JUnit API, then understand how it will be like how to execute different assert statements. What are the different things available? Okay, if I want to initialize something before test case, how can I do that? Okay, if I want to clean up something after test, how can I do that? So all those things we're gonna learn. Writing a test case. So given a scenario, what are the different type of test cases I should think about? Okay, especially unit test cases I'm talking about. Okay, JUnit can be used as a regression testing. Okay, or system testing as well. So how can we do that also? How to write a suit? Okay, how to test exceptions if particular scenario, let's say if there is no battery available in the store and you are offering a battery, that is an exception, right? So ignoring a test, if you don't want to execute a particular test for some time, how do you do that? Time test. Okay, scheduling a test. Okay, introduction to JUnit extensions. JUnit do have some extensions like mock objects. Okay, mockito. Okay, we're gonna learn that. Okay, and finally we're gonna do an industry aligned project. So why industry aligned? Because you should not be testing college level test cases. Okay, that's not the purpose. Okay, so cool. So are you excited? So this is what you're gonna do. So let's start our journey on JUnit. Have a great fun and loads of awesome things. So I'm really excited to start it. Awesome.